Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to be going over the delay and reverb modules in Sylenth1. They run in series, so the delay always goes into the reverb, which is how it should be most of the time. So we're going to start with the delay. So we have our signal, our basic kind of saw wave here. We'll enable the delay. So what the delay does is it takes a signal and it kind of copies it and then plays it again, but it kind of fades it out. So it's kind of like an echo, but not really. It's a delay, basically. You have options for time delay of your left and your right. So for trancey stuff, you go an eighth and then a quarter. Right? So it kind of goes from left to right. So with that being said, ping pong, what it does is it will delay the right and the left, and it'll go back and forth. It's a really fun way for that, and you can enable that and, you know, unenable that if you want. If you want to kind of filter off the left and the right, or if you want to filter off the high cut and the low cut, you can filter that off, obviously. Right? So if we only want, we'll go 100% wet here. Right, so the delay is only for the higher frequencies because we set it like that, basically. And these are amounts, which is pretty fun. All right, cool. Then that's good for like, if you don't want to muddy up the low end, you don't want the low end to be bouncing around. That'll cause some issues there. What smear will do is it kind of degrades the signal, kind of like digital delays. And that's really nice. Sometimes adds some really nice smearing effects, especially when you use it with the reverb. It sounds really nice. Spread controls the stereo spread of the left and the right. So if you want like a mono, you want it very wide, then you have that. Oops, good for, again, trance. Feedback is the amount of the delay. So if you want the delay to go on indefinitely, you go 100%. And that's kind of like a tape delay. It'll just go on kind of forever. So more feedback is the more the merrier, all right? And you have the width of your feedback here. So it gives it more of a stereo ishness to it, and of course wet and dry. Right, sounds pretty cool. All right, let's go to the reverb. Quite simple. You have your pre-delay, which is how, like, imagine the sound like smacking off the wall and then coming back to you. That's your pre-delay. Dampening is, say, if you are in, it's comparing like a cathedral with a lot of people in it, to a gymnasium, to a hall made entirely of shag carpet. It's how the sound is absorbed. Right? So more damping is more not as intense of a reverb. You're basically designing a room here. Size is the room size. Width is the stereo width. Right? So if you want to use like a mono mic, you have that option. And it's all well and good, and of course wet and dry. These two, the delay and the reverb, go really well together. So we'll do that. Right. Right, so it sounds rather pretty, and that's with both of them kind of feeding into each other. Well, the delay feeding into the reverb. You get a more interesting reverb when it has a delay feeding into it. All right, I've rambled on enough. Hope you learned stuff, and take care and have a good one.